Is Britain about to be divided over the issue of gay marriage? The Archbishop of Glasgow, Mario Conti, has written to every parish urging all Catholics to oppose a change in the law. He claimed letting gay couples marry would damage social cohesion. He said it will act to create larger divisions in society and could lead in the future to gross allegations of discrimination. The Archbishop's call follows the start of the Scottish Government's consultation on a law change. Similar measures are being planned in England and Wales. And in his speech to the Conservative conference last week, the Prime Minister signalled his support.
That society is stronger when we make vows to each other and we support each other. So I don't support gay marriage in spite of being a Conservative. I support gay marriage because I am a Conservative.
Well, I'm joined now by Austen Ivereigh of Catholic Voices, which puts the case for the Catholic Church, and by the author and journalist Douglas Murray. Austen Ivereigh, the Archbishop of Glasgow there, said that gay marriage would cause social division and increase discrimination. I mean, how is that so?
Well, the point is that this is not about equality and gay rights. Gay people already have full rights to legal privileges through the civil partnership scheme. It's about whether marriage means anything and whether the state should declare that it means something else. And at the heart of the defence of marriage is the biological union of a man and woman, issuing forth in children who are then brought up by those parents. This is a uniquely beneficial institution for children, and for the state to declare it not to be so, I think will have a damaging effect to children and young people, send the wrong message over time.
But as David Cameron says, marriage is also about commitment, and that's also the case for gay marriage, as with heterosexual marriage.
But if marriage is merely about commitment, is only about love, then you cannot stop at gay marriage. Marriage basically can mean any loving, consensual sexual relationship. If that's the case, then marriage really means nothing at all. If it is not for children, with the ideal there of a mother and a father, then it means nothing at all.
Douglas Murray, your response to that?
Well, of course it means something. It means something, which is why a lot of gay people are asking for the right to have marriage, and have a marriage which is recognised as equal to the marriage of straight couples as well. But, I mean, look, there are so many straw man arguments in this. First of all, how on earth can it honestly be said by anybody with a straight face that the gay marriage would harm children? The thing that most harms children in their upbringing is if one of their straight parents leaves, if somebody commits adultery, if somebody goes on and has another marriage. That's the sort of thing that splits up families, which is one of the things the Catholic Church goes on about. Two grown men or grown women who decide to enter the union of marriage, this is not what's destructive of marriage. This would be helping marriage. Apart from, you know, there is at a time when couples who commit to marriage is decreasing, here's a group of people who are actually saying we want to be involved in marriage.
But as Austen Ivereigh says there, if you're religious, the Bible teaches that marriage is between a man and a woman. Well, you didn't say that, but I mean, that is in the Bible.
No, my argument is not a religious argument. This is an argument about whether marriage is good for society, whether it's a public social institution for the good. It's not about...
But that religious argument can be made in the Bible.
You haven't said it, but the argument is, of course, based in religion you're making. The churches have a right to make their argument, as they should, and society can benefit from that, as from any religion. But for the churches to step into the political arena and to try to dictate laws is an outrage. The point here is a very clear discernment of responsibilities. For the state, it can make decisions about state marriage. And if the churches don't want to have religious marriage, then they won't have religious marriage. It's very simple. But people like Austen are trying to stop that.
Austen Ivereigh, the church won't be forced to host these marriages.
We assume, let's hope that with the Prime Minister's... let's hope that the Prime Minister's reassurances that religious institutions will not be coerced into offering gay marriages is true. Let's see. That's a consultation next month, and churches will be making that argument. But in the meantime, it's not just simply a question of saying religious people have their version of marriage, and there's this other thing that we can call gay marriage. If marriage is a public social institution for the good of children, it is because of the biological link between man and woman, and if you undermine that, then you are effectively saying that marriage doesn't matter.
In which case...
And that sends the message to people that marriage is only a consensual relationship, and yes, that will harm children over time.
In which case, every single straight couple who marry and don't have children are harming marriage. Is that the case?
No, because obviously...
Is that the case?
No, obviously, I was brought up by divorced parents, and they were very loving and very caring. Gay people bring up children and are very loving and very caring. There are lots of ways of bringing up children which are good and loving and caring, but only marriage offers this biological link between a man and woman, which is uniquely beneficial. All the psychologists agree on this. Uniquely beneficial to children.
Nobody is doubting that. Nobody is doubting that. But what you're trying to say is that the benefit of having married parents bringing up children means that gay people can't marry, and that's nonsensical. Either the state decides that it's says that people who form unions are to be encouraged, and the state encourages that, or you go down the route you're going, which is to intrude religious demands onto the state.
Don't keep telling me this is about religious demands. I haven't made a single religious argument. I'm saying if marriage comes to mean a union between two people of the same sex, then it severs the biological link, and that destroys the meaning of marriage.
Austen Ivereigh, Douglas Murray, we're going to have to end it there. Thank you very much.
Now, in a moment, a special report from Colombia on how a community with an unprecedentedly high incidence of Alzheimer's is offering researchers new hope.